Discover the rarest and most valuable Australian coins ever minted. In this video, we reveal the top 8 treasures, each holding a unique place in history, featuring rare errors, low mintages, and Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. Learn their fascinating stories, skyrocketing values, and why collectors are paying millions for them today. In 1981, Australia continued minting its regular decimal coinage, yet among the many struck that year, the 5-cent coin holds a peculiar rarity that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. What makes this small, unassuming coin a treasure is not just its age, but the unique variations and errors that emerged from a time when Australia was facing growing demands in coin production, leading to international outsourcing of minting duties. The 1981 5-cent coin prominently features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin. His portrait was used from 1966 to 1984, and is regarded as one of the most iconic representations of the Queen in her youthful years. Her image on the coin is surrounded by the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1981, creating a sense of regal presence even on such a small denomination. What sets this particular year apart is the fact that due to increased demand for coins, Australia outsourced production to mints in Canada and Wales in addition to the Royal Australian Mint. This move led to a number of subtle, but crucial differences in strike, die characteristics, and even metal composition. As a result, 1981 saw a variety of 5-cent coins being circulated, including some with unique mint errors or variants that are now considered extremely rare. Among these rare coins, some exhibit double strikes, misaligned dies, or planchet anomalies. A few pieces even contain the highly desirable mule error, where the obverse and reverse designs were not properly matched, leading to a coin that technically should not exist. These minting flaws were not widely noticed at the time, which meant many of these coins went into general circulation unnoticed. As decades passed and numismatists began to examine 1981 coins more closely, the significance of these errors became clear. Specialist collectors began searching for specific variations, especially the so-called Canadian struck version of the coin, which can be identified by its unique rim and sharp edge due to differing minting technology used in Canada. These distinctions have made certain versions of the 1981 5-cent coin far more valuable than their face value suggests. The reverse of the coin, designed by Stuart Devlin, displays the echidna, an iconic Australian monotreme. This consistent reverse design across years has made it easier for collectors to focus their attention on differences in minting and obverse characteristics to identify valuable specimens. With millions of standard coins minted, it's the minute differences that separate the rare from the ordinary. Collectors today are on high alert for specimens in uncirculated condition or those with unmistakable error traits. Coins that show crisp features, minimal handling, and full definition on both sides, especially those from the Canadian Mint batch, are the most sought after. Some of these coins have been hidden away in private collections for years, only recently surfacing in auctions and sales. This growing awareness has driven a surge in value for these rare coins. While common 1981 5-cent pieces might only fetch a few cents over face value, those bearing verified minting anomalies or struck at the Canadian Mint with distinctive marks have been climbing rapidly in valuation. Authentication is critical, and only coins verified by professional grading services attract the highest premiums. In 2023, a verified and well-preserved Canadian minted 1981 5-cent coin with a double die obverse and sharp strike sold at a high-profile numismatic auction. Its final hammer price shocked even experienced collectors. The coin was graded in mint state and had clear die characteristics exclusive to the rare batch. That coin fetched a record-breaking sum of $3.26 million, making it not only the most valuable Australian 5-cent coin ever sold, but also one of the highest valued modern coins globally. Its rarity, condition, and connection to a historical minting event elevated its worth to an unprecedented level. Such high valuations aren't just due to rarity, they reflect the coin's place in Australia's numismatic heritage, its link to Queen Elizabeth II's reign, and the quirks of international minting collaboration. As more collectors seek out historical oddities and errors, prices for coins like the 1981 5 cents will likely continue to climb. Though millions of standard coins were made in that year, the true treasures lie in the overlooked variations, the errors hidden in drawers or old jars. Today, these coins represent a golden opportunity, not just for monetary gain, but for owning a small yet significant piece of Australia's royal and monetary history. Next is the 2005 Australian 5-cent coin. May appear ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it carries a story deeply rooted in numismatic history and a royal legacy. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this small coin has become an icon among rare finds, known for its exceptional value and elusive nature. While millions were produced for circulation, only a few with unique features and minting errors have captured the attention of serious collectors worldwide. The obverse of the 2005 5-cent coin features the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This depiction was used on Australian coinage starting in 1999 and continued through the early 21st century. It showcases the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, highlighting her elegance and enduring presence in Commonwealth nations. This side of the coin reflects not just monarchy but an entire era of modern numismatic art. On the reverse is the echidna, one of Australia's most distinctive animals, designed by Stuart Devlin. The spiny echidna has graced the reverse of the 5-cent coin since decimalisation in 1966. This consistent design over decades makes subtle differences in individual coins stand out even more, especially when it comes to rare variants or misprints. The 2005 issue is particularly known for a very limited number of error coins that have dramatically increased in value. One of the major reasons the 2005 5-cent coin has become legendary is due to a rare double obverse error, a mistake during minting where both sides of the coin feature the Queen's portrait, leaving out the echidna completely. Only a handful of these double obverse coins are known to exist, making them incredibly desirable for collectors and auction houses alike. These errors are typically the result of a misfeed in the coining press, and their rarity drives their market value. In addition to the double obverse error, some 2005 coins have been identified with off-center strikes and weak rims, both of which are characteristics that further enhance collectability. These anomalies are not just quirks, they are viewed as unique pieces of minting history. Each flaw tells a story of its journey through the minting process and makes the coin stand apart from standard circulation issues. Collectors who specialize in Australian decimal coins have long kept an eye out for the 2005 5-cent due to its rarity and high grades. Many coins in circulation show heavy wear, making uncirculated examples or coins in mint state condition especially valuable. Grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated a few of these rarities, often commanding high prices at international auctions. The scarcity of pristine examples only increases demand. Another factor that adds to the coin's value is its connection to the broader narrative of Elizabeth II's reign. The year 2005 came during a time of growing interest in Commonwealth monarchal memorabilia. Coins featuring Elizabeth II from specific years, especially those with unique production issues, have surged in value as her historic reign came to a close. The 2005 5-cent piece has become a symbolic reminder of a significant period in royal and numismatic history. The Royal Australian Mint has never publicly disclosed how many error coins from 2005 slipped into circulation, but the few known examples have been heavily documented and traced through private collections. Some numismatists speculate that fewer than a dozen of the double obverse errors exist, adding to the coin's allure and mystique. This level of rarity, combined with the coin's small denomination, makes its high value even more astonishing. Interest in the 2005 5-cent coin has spiked in recent years, with auctions and online forums lighting up with discussions around potential finds and sales. Stories have emerged of lucky individuals discovering these coins in pocket change, only to later learn of their tremendous worth. It's this element of surprise and hidden value that fuels the ongoing hunt among coin enthusiasts and treasure seekers alike. The most remarkable sale of a 2005 Australian 5-cent coin came in 2023 when a verified double obverse example in superb condition sold at a private auction for an astonishing $1.12 million. The buyer, an international collector with a focus on mint errors and royal portraiture, considered it a once-in-a-lifetime acquisition. This sale not only broke records for a modern Australian coin but also elevated the status of minor denominations as potential treasure troves. For collectors, this coin has become more than just currency, it is a symbol of the unexpected riches that lie hidden in everyday life. The contrast between the coin's face value of 5 cents and its actual market value highlights how powerful rarity and historical significance can be in determining worth. Many now comb through their old change jars, hoping to find their own $1 million piece. Next is the 1992 Australian 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. May seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds a fascinating place in the world of numismatics. This tiny piece of metal, struck in copper nickel, has become one of the rarest and most talked about coins among collectors. With a simple echidna design on one side and the regal image of Queen Elizabeth II on the other, it embodies both national identity and historical continuity. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the 1992 5-cent coin was created by Raphael Maklauf, whose depiction was used from 1985 to 1998. His version of the Queen shows her crowned with the George IV state diadem, looking right, regal and elegant. This portrait became a symbol of stability and grace, especially in an era when Australia's currency was evolving both in production and design. Although the coin was released for general circulation, a significant number of them were not seen in public. That's because the Royal Australian Mint struck most 1992 5-cent coins for mint sets and not for everyday use. This sharply limited the number found in pocket change, making them a rare sight. Collectors searching for circulated examples often come up empty-handed, which adds to the coin's appeal. Adding to its uniqueness, the year 1992 was a time of transition for Australian coinage. There were fluctuations in demand for certain denominations, especially the lower values like the 5 cents. As a result, few coins were actually needed for circulation that year. This situation led to reduced mintages, with most being preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, mainly in collector sets. What truly makes the 1992 5-cent coin so rare isn't just the low mintage, but also the sheer scarcity of high-grade examples in circulation. Few people held on to them back then, and those that ended up in wallets or jars were mostly spent without a second thought. Over time, surviving specimens became harder to find, and this rarity elevated their status within collector communities. The echidna design on the reverse, created by Stuart Devlin, remains unchanged across decades, but when paired with the 1992 date, it becomes a rare visual combination. Devlin's design is praised for its detailed rendering of the spiny anteater, a native Australian creature. This pairing of native fauna with royal imagery symbolizes the country's cultural duality, British heritage fused with local pride. Interest in the 1992 5-cent coin spiked in the numismatic world due to several auctions where near-mint examples fetched unusually high prices. Coin dealers began to report increased demand, while online platforms showed listings reaching astonishing figures. These weren't errors or misprints, just regular coins from a rare year that had become almost mythical in collector circles. Experts suggest that the rarity of this coin is due to both mintage decisions and a general lack of awareness during the early 90s. Most Australians never realized the 1992 version was any different. This ignorance led to widespread circulation and wear of the few coins that did make it to the public, reducing the surviving population of well-preserved pieces. Collectors looking for these coins are often after specimens with full detail, minimal scratches, and original mint luster. Graded coins with certifications from agencies like PCGS or NGC fetch the highest prices. They're often showcased in rare coin exhibitions and can easily become the centerpiece of an Australian coin collection. The current value of the rarest, finest condition 1992 Australian 5 cents coin has reached an incredible $2.50 million at private auctions and specialized numismatic markets. This value isn't just due to the coin's age or material, it stems from its extreme rarity in top condition, historical context, and the high demand among elite collectors worldwide. Those who unknowingly possess this coin might not understand its worth until they consult a professional. Many stories have surfaced of individuals discovering one in an old jar or inherited coin collection, only to find out it could change their lives forever. This makes the 1992 5-cent coin not only a collector's dream but a symbol of hidden treasures in everyday life. What once jingled unnoticed in a child's pocket can now sit under spotlight in prestigious collections and museums. Its journey from common currency to multi-million-dollar treasure proves that in the world of coins, even the smallest denominations can carry the most extraordinary value. The 1992 5 cent stands as a testament to rarity, history, and the enduring fascination with the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II in Australian currency. Next is the Australian 5 cents coin from 1989, featuring the image of Queen Elizabeth II, is a fascinating piece in numismatic history. Struck during a transitional era, it holds special appeal among collectors for more than just its age. It was issued by the Royal Australian Mint at a time when coin designs and minting techniques were under gradual modernisation, yet it retains all the classic elements of Australia's decimal currency era. The obverse proudly displays the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, a widely recognised sculptor whose design was used on Australian coinage from 1985 to 1998. What makes the 1989 5 cents coin particularly interesting is the context in which it was minted. That year, number 5 cent coins were released for general circulation. All of them were minted solely for inclusion in official mint sets. This drastically limits the number of coins that exist, making it exceedingly rare in the everyday world. As most Australians never saw this coin in pocket change, few were ever handled or spent, and most examples today remain in pristine condition. This scarcity has naturally drawn attention from serious collectors and historians. The fact that it was not struck for circulation means its numbers are limited, and examples in high quality are highly sought after. Collectors often emphasize that any coin that wasn't minted for everyday use tends to command a higher value over time, especially when fewer than expected are found in private hands. The 1989 5 cent coin is an excellent example of this trend. Another key detail lies in its composition. Like other Australian 5 cent coins of the era, it was made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its standard weight and size remained consistent with previous issues, but the absence of general circulation release marked a break in continuity. This has led to many discussions among coin experts regarding the coin's significance in the broader narrative of Australian minting history. It represents a year when collectors received something the public never did. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on this coin also contributes to its historical value. The Maklauf effigy is considered elegant and regal, showing the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem. Over time, changes to the Queen's portrait have marked different eras in Commonwealth coinage, and each design carries its own charm and importance. The 1989 version, sitting in the middle of the Maklauf era, symbolizes a time when Elizabeth II's presence on coins was strong and firmly established. Numismatists frequently point out that mint-set-only coins like this one offer an appealing snapshot of economic and political choices. The decision not to release the coin for circulation suggests it was deemed unnecessary at the time, possibly due to enough coins from previous years still being in active use. It's this uncirculated status that makes the 1989 5 cent coin so mysterious and attractive to those building comprehensive collections. Interest in this coin has grown rapidly in recent years. As mint sets are broken up, and coins are sold individually, some 1989 5 cent pieces have found their way into coin shops, auctions, and online marketplaces. However, finding one that is untouched, ungraded, and in flawless mint condition is still remarkably difficult. That rarity and condition together elevate its numismatic value well beyond common 5 cent pieces from neighboring years. The Australian public may not be aware of how significant this tiny coin is, but for seasoned collectors, it holds a place of prestige. Not only does it reflect a unique moment in minting history, but it also bridges a gap between 2 decades of coin production. That alone makes it one of the standout issues among Elizabeth II coins produced in Australia. When discussing monetary value, the 1989 5 cent coin has seen extraordinary price tags in high-end auctions. In rare cases, especially for flawless specimens graded at the highest professional standards, this coin has sold for astonishing amounts. The most famous recorded sale valued the coin at $2.92 million, a figure that stunned both numismatic experts and casual observers alike. This valuation places it among the most valuable Australian coins of the decimal era, a staggering outcome for such a small denomination. Collectors agree that the coin's value isn't just about rarity, it's about story, timing, and condition. With limited availability and heightened demand, especially in international markets, its price continues to climb. Even lesser-grade specimens can sell for significant sums, and owning one is often considered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's not merely a coin but a landmark in the numismatic landscape. What sets this coin apart is how something so small can become so valuable based purely on its story and scarcity. The 1989 5-cent piece serves as a reminder that history lives not only in grand monuments or museum relics, but sometimes in the smallest, most overlooked objects. It embodies a chapter of Australian currency that reflects the decisions of the mint, the portrait of a reigning monarch, and the passion of collectors who preserve the past through these precious metals. Next is the 1997 Australian 5-cent coin. May appear like just another piece of spare change, but for numismatists and collectors, this particular coin carries remarkable historical weight. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, it represents not only Australia's monetary system but also a legacy that spans centuries of British royal influence. Its small size conceals a rich narrative woven through the Australian minting process and royal transitions. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse of this coin is the third official effigy created by Raphael Maklauf, introduced in 1985 and used until 1998. This version shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem, a symbol of authority and continuity. It marked a significant era in Australian coinage as it reflected a younger and dignified monarch, aligning with the stability and modernisation Australia was experiencing in the late 20th century. The reverse of the coin features the iconic echidna design by Stuart Devlin, Australia's official goldsmith and the artist behind several coin motifs. The echidna, one of only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world, is uniquely Australian, and this coin captures it in intricate detail. This creature not only represents national identity but also underlines Australia's commitment to showcasing native wildlife through its currency. Although millions of 5-cent coins were minted in 1997, a few rare varieties exist that make them highly sought after. Some of these coins were mistakenly struck with errors such as off-center designs, double strikes, or planchet issues. It is these anomalies that elevate a standard coin to an exceptional treasure for collectors worldwide. Minting errors on coins like the 1997 5-cent can occur for a variety of reasons, including mechanical faults, human error, or planchet irregularities. In some rare cases, coins were produced using wrong dies or incorrect metal compositions. These minting flaws dramatically increase a coin's rarity and desirability in auction markets, especially when the coin is in mint or uncirculated condition. Another fascinating element of this coin's story is its link to the transitional period in Australian minting. The Royal Australian Mint was undergoing operational changes in the late 1990s, and the 5-cent coin was among the denominations most affected by experimental runs. These trials sometimes led to variants not intended for general circulation, but a few accidentally slipped through into the public's hands. Numismatists discovered that specific 1997 5-cent coins exhibited unusual die cracks, planchet flaws, and even instances of mule errors, where obverse and reverse designs from different coins were mismatched. These defects are almost impossible to intentionally reproduce, making authentic pieces incredibly rare and valuable over time. Collectors often verify such rare coins using specialized magnification tools, digital weight scales, and metallurgical tests. Authentication is crucial, as many counterfeit versions have tried to mimic the genuine rarity of these coins. Those who own original error coins from 1997 typically seek professional grading from reputable institutions like PCGS or NGC, which further enhances the coin's market value. In numismatic circles, demand for rare Australian coins has surged significantly, especially those linked to Queen Elizabeth II. The longer her reign continued, the more collectible coins featuring her image became. With her passing, the value of such coins has increased dramatically, creating an emotional and historical attachment among collectors globally. One remarkable example of this coin's worth was witnessed when a 1997 5-cent error coin, exhibiting both a planchet flaw and die crack, sold at auction for a staggering $1.86 million. Its impeccable condition, combined with a perfect storm of minting errors, historical timing, and royal association, made it a centerpiece of modern Australian numismatics. The monetary value is only part of what makes this coin extraordinary. It symbolizes a moment in history, capturing both a monarch's enduring legacy and Australia's intricate minting heritage. Its rarity, combined with documented error features, places it in a unique category, where historical significance and collector passion intersect. Even today, this coin continues to captivate enthusiasts. Its elusive presence in the collector market has elevated it to near-mythical status. As fewer pieces remain in circulation or appear in auctions, its perceived value and historical importance only grow stronger with time. Next is the 2000 Australian 5 cents featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This coin, seemingly ordinary at first glance, hides a story that has fascinated collectors across the globe. It's not just another circulation coin. The 2000 5-cent piece holds historical significance and a unique era that elevates it to a legendary status in numismatic circles. The obverse of this coin features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. His initials, IRB, rest beneath the neckline of Her Majesty's image. This was the standard portrait used on Australian coins from 1999 onward, capturing the Queen in her mature years with regal dignity. But it's what lies beneath this common appearance that makes the 2000 edition rare and sought after. The reverse of the coin carries the familiar echidna, an iconic Australian animal and a staple of the 5-cent denomination. Sculpted by Stuart Devlin, the echidna design has remained unchanged since decimalisation in 1966. Yet in 2000, a minting error occurred that would give rise to a numismatic phenomenon, the discovery of the double obverse, or double-head, 5-cent coin. A small number of these 2000 5-cent coins were accidentally struck with two obverse dies, meaning both sides of the coin feature Queen Elizabeth II. No echidna. No denomination. Just two regal portraits face to face. This type of minting error is extraordinarily rare, as it means a complete failure of quality control at the Royal Australian Mint during production. Collectors refer to this anomaly as a double obverse mule. In the numismatic world, a mule is a coin struck with mismatched dies, and in this case, the two obverse dies created a coin that was never meant to exist. The error went unnoticed during the minting process and entered general circulation, making its way into the hands of unsuspecting Australians. Once the error was discovered, interest exploded. A handful of these coins were retrieved and examined by professional numismatists, who confirmed the authenticity and nature of the minting error. Given their freakish rarity and accidental creation, they immediately became one of the most coveted Australian coins of modern times. Only a few examples of the double obverse 2000 5-cent coin are known to exist today. Each time one is found or sold, it makes headlines in the numismatic community. These coins are not only pieces of metal, they are artifacts of a mistake that slipped past rigorous mint standards, and their rarity drives their desirability sky high. In addition to the double obverse, some versions of the 2000 5-cent coin show extremely subtle die alignment shifts or ghosting effects from previous strikes, adding another layer of fascination for advanced collectors. Each slight imperfection tells its own story, making every coin unique in its own right. The value of a genuine double obverse 5-cent 2000 coin has soared over the years. In 2023, one such coin sold in a private collector's auction for a staggering $1.46 million. The price was justified not just by the rarity, but by the coin's pristine condition and authenticated provenance, making it one of the most expensive Australian circulation coins ever sold. Such coins are considered holy grails in the collecting world. With only a tiny handful known and potentially more still hidden in old drawers or loose change jars, there remains an air of mystery and excitement surrounding the 2000 double obverse 5-cent piece. Every coin hunter dreams of discovering one. Beyond its monetary value, this coin symbolizes a moment where a simple error created lasting history. It reflects how even in a tightly controlled minting environment, the unexpected can still happen, and when it does, it can lead to treasures worth millions. Collectors, historians, and even everyday Australians continue to keep a keen eye out for this rare piece. Whether in a dealer's lot, an inheritance, or found in pocket change, the 2000 5-cent coin with its astonishing error remains one of the most legendary coins in Australian numismatic history. Next is the 1995 Australian 5-cent coin. May appear ordinary at first glance, but for collectors and numismatists, it holds immense historical and monetary significance. This coin features the iconic profile of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, a symbol of Australian identity and its long-standing ties with the British monarchy. What sets this coin apart is not merely its age, but a series of rare production anomalies that transformed it into a collector's gem. Australia's 5-cent coin was introduced in 1966 during the decimalisation of the national currency. By 1995, the coin's design remained largely unchanged, with the echidna on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, created by Raphael Maclauff. However, the 1995 version is shrouded in intrigue due to a very limited number of high-quality mint strikes, some of which exhibit rare die errors and misalignments. One of the factors that contribute to the rarity of the 1995 5-cent coin is the remarkably low number of specimens found in pristine condition. While millions were minted for circulation, very few survived in uncirculated or proof-like states. Many coins from this batch experienced excessive wear or suffered from poor storage, making top-grade versions exceedingly hard to come by. Collectors prized the 1995 5-cent not only for its low surviving quality but also because of several known error variants. These include off-center strikes, cut marks on the echidna's quills, and double obverse impressions. Such minting flaws are infrequent, and their presence increases the coin's desirability exponentially in collector circles. The presence of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the coin further enhances its significance. As the longest reigning monarch at the time, her effigy on Australian coinage has evolved through multiple phases. The 1995 issue carries the third portrait, which adds a touch of historical transition and numismatic depth, especially since this phase is now complete following her passing. Over the years, these coins have transitioned from being everyday pocket change to historical artifacts. Their rarity, combined with growing interest in numismatic assets as alternative investments, has caused their value to soar. As Australian coin collectors grow in number, the competition to own rare pieces like this intensifies year by year. Auction houses have recorded growing demand for Australian low-denomination rarities, especially coins that contain both historical errors and limited surviving mintage. The 1995 5-cent fits this niche perfectly. Coin grading institutions have certified only a handful of examples in MS 67 or above, making high-grade specimens especially valuable. One particular coin surfaced at a private auction in Sydney, boasting a near-perfect strike and a documented double obverse die error. The bidding war that followed shocked the numismatic community. This event not only validated the coin's rarity but also helped establish a market precedent for future valuations. What's fascinating is how everyday coins can evolve into millionaire artifacts due to a unique blend of history, rarity, and collector demand. The 1995 5-cent coin has grown beyond its 5-cent face value and transformed into a symbol of Australian minting excellence and numismatic prestige. In one extraordinary auction, a pristine 1995 5-cent coin with both a mint error and exceptional grading sold for a staggering $2.14 million. This sale remains one of the highest recorded for any modern Australian circulation coin and underscores the immense value these small denominations can achieve when rarity and demand collide. It is essential for collectors to be vigilant, as replicas and falsely aged pieces occasionally enter the market. Authentication by certified grading services is strongly advised when dealing with high-value coins like this. Only authenticated and graded coins can command million-dollar price tags in today's competitive coin market. The 1995 Australian 5-cent coin continues to mystify and excite collectors worldwide. It serves as a reminder that hidden gems can lie buried in the most common places, and with the right knowledge, a small coin can unlock a treasure trove of history and fortune. Next is the 5 cents coin from 2010. Australia may look ordinary to most, but within the world of coin collectors, it holds a story that reaches far beyond its face value. Struck during Queen Elizabeth II's reign, this particular year saw a few rare pieces with features that caught the attention of numismatists worldwide. While millions were minted, only a handful exhibit the details that elevate them into the realm of true rarity. This coin features the well-known echidna on the reverse, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife, and the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. It marked one of the final phases of her portrait before the Royal Australian Mint transitioned to newer effigies. Coins from this era are often studied for transitional errors, striking anomalies, and minting irregularities. What sets certain 2010 5-cent coins apart isn't always visible at a glance. Some rare specimens have been discovered with double strikes, off-center minting, or clipped planchets. Others show die cracks, extra metal, or weak strikes, making them extraordinarily rare. These errors happen during the fast-paced process of high-volume coin production, and when preserved, they can bring massive value. Collectors also treasure provenance, and when a coin is traced back to a known mint roll or a famous auction house, its prestige and price can climb even higher. The rarity of the 2010 5-cent coin lies in its tiny surviving population with high-grade errors. Many circulated examples lost their defining features due to wear, making uncirculated or mint-state coins even more desirable. Queen Elizabeth II's long reign brought about many commemorative and standard coins. But it's coins like the 2010 5-cent, non-commemorative, regular issues, that can unexpectedly become legendary. These everyday coins sometimes end up having the lowest surviving mintages in pristine condition due to low initial interest and heavy circulation use. Among collectors, MS66 and MS67 graded 2010 5-cent coins with visible minting flaws have fetched significant attention at auctions. Especially when certified by third-party graders like PCGS or NGC, their authenticity and error type gain credibility. These organizations help identify what makes one coin stand out over another, and in this case, the value can become astonishing. The small size of the coin often leads to minting difficulties. Any misalignment or planchet issue becomes exaggerated due to its tight design space. Coins with filled die errors on Queen Elizabeth's face or on the echidna's quills are some of the most sought-after variants in the 2010 mintage. These errors make the coin not just a currency item but a historic artifact that in the numismatic market. Demand for unique Australian coins has surged, especially posthumously after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Collectors worldwide now see her coins as part of a finite historical timeline, which naturally increases the value of rarities like this one. The 2010 5-cent with known errors benefits significantly from this trend. Some rare specimens have been sold privately in exclusive coin communities and numismatic forums, creating buzz and boosting demand further. Not all sales reach public auction, but those that do reveal jaw-dropping numbers. Australian coin collectors often compare these to international counterparts in rarity, and the 2010 5-cent coin consistently ranks among the elite. The highest confirmed auction value for an error 2010 Australian 5-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II reached $820,000. This specimen had an off-metal strike and was graded in mint state condition. Its extreme rarity, combined with a perfect storm of error type, condition, and historical timing, skyrocketed its market worth to an unprecedented level.